All right, so tomorrow, the 8th of August, is D-Day for the Democrats of Texas. We're going to see if there's going to be any follow-through. So actually, the Democrats, for those of you who don't know this story, the Democrats from Texas, they were going to have a redistricting vote, something the Democrats don't like unless they're doing it. Now, I don't completely understand it. Doesn't really matter. It's another one of these political tricks that the Democrats have used over and over. And now the Republicans want to use it. It's going to mean that Democrats are going to lose House seats. Now, in order to avoid the vote, because they know that they're going to lose the vote, right? They're going to lose, and then the redistricting is going to be there. They have decided to abscond from their duties. It's kind of like, going AWOL from the military. They are there to do a job, and voting on things and discussing things and deliberating things is part of that job. It's actually the only thing that they're there to do. You know what I mean? It's insane that they can just walk away and say, well, we don't like this vote, so we're just not going to vote on it, and we're going to fuck off on a private jet funded by Beto O'Rourke, I think that Beto O'Rourke funded this private plane for them to go ahead and leave Texas and kind of fan out over the country and kind of stop the vote. So this is one of these political, stupid-ass, childish games that are, I don't know, well, I mean, they're not legal, obviously, because the Texas Republicans have now threatened to have these Democrats arrested. Now, again, thus far, we have still seen no accountability from the crimes that the Democrats have been committing over the past 10 years. No congressperson, no senator, nobody's been put to the test, nobody's been put in handcuffs or perp walked, or none of the shit they did to Republicans and Trump and Trump's lawyers and all that shit, none of that shit has happened to Democrats yet, right? And it should be happening. I know people are all hyped up about, well, but what about the Russiagate thing? Well, look, I don't see anybody getting punished for the Russiagate thing. That's why I don't really talk about it. I don't think that there's going to ever be real accountability. I think that there are people running the show that are above the president's head, and that's just the way it is. And I think that this illusion of this democratic republic that, we the people, by the people, for the people, blah, 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 this is all a BS illusion that isn't really true. And unfortunately, I don't think that as good a job as Trump is doing, I have to say, I don't think he's going to be able to win against the deep state, right? Maybe after 12 years of being the president. So if the right people get in after Trump and all the right players are in place, and maybe after, a long time, we might actually see something happen. But the reason I'm afraid that nothing will, and also in this Democrats case, right, the Texas thing, right, the reason why nothing's going to happen is because people are not getting punished, right? The information's getting exposed, so we all know what's gone on. It's just confirming most of our suspicions, the Russiagate thing, and the thing with the Democrats in Texas, they're doing it openly. That's their thing. They announced, look, fuck it, in order to avoid this vote, we're going to save democracy by running away from our duties. And all the laws and all the things are in the favor of the Republicans here. They can arrest these people. And if they don't, they're going to be laughed at. They're going to once again make the Trump administration and the Republicans look utterly ridiculous. It's going to be crazy. So they better go after these fucking people. Right? Now maybe they'll come back on time within the time frame. Maybe they'll come back tomorrow, or late tonight, and then it'll be over with, right? I don't know if I think the Republicans will then again just leave it alone. I think the Republicans should go full fucking hog on this, right? Even if they come back, if there's any way to punish them or move them out of their seats or take their seats, do it. No more patty cake fucking, this pussy spineless shit that, it's driving us nuts. It's driving us nuts, right? And so we better see some fucking action. So D-Day for the Democrats. Now, all the investigation has been done, right? They've already determined that the Supreme Court of Texas has said, look, actually, you can have these people arrested, right? And, they can even try to make moves to have them removed from their seats. So, like, they're fired. Like, in real life. Like, you don't show up to work, you're fucking fired. That's the end, right? That's it. And this is crazy. And then they also could face bribery charges because actually you can't take a private jet financed by your buddy Beto O'Rourke as a gift for not doing your fucking job. That's not legal. That's bribery, right? It's the same as if somebody bribes you to vote for something. So somebody says, hey guys, if you Democrats all vote to pass this insane gun legislation, I'm going to take you all out for a fucking private vacay on my private jet, and I'm Beto O'Rourke, bitch, so I can do it. No, you can't do that. And also, if you refuse to vote, so refuse to do your job, right, and you do it because somebody else is giving you something for it in return, that's bribery. That's prison time for anyone else. These people has better face some fucking consequences. Even if they come back, it's not enough. They broke the law, right? Now, I don't care if this is, one of these laws that they put in place to make it seem like that it's all on the up and up and they're all ethical in Congress and the Senate, so they have to make these laws that they actually don't really follow, but on paper it's a law, so we think it's a law. No, if we think it's a law because on paper somewhere it is a law, then they're going to have to fucking go on and fucking just go ahead, right? They're going to have to just go ahead and follow the law and make sure people face some fucking consequences for their actions. For once, please. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to see it in Epstein. Matter of fact, Ghislaine Maxwell gets fucking put in a minimum security prison. For what? What did she tell them? Obviously, the investigation isn't case closed, right? Like they tried to sell us, but they're not going to tell us shit about it. I really don't think they are. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, still is nobody else going to be prosecuted, right? It's just not happening. So, that's why I'm so black-pilled on the accountability portion of this thing. And I have to say, accountability is one of the cornerstone things of Trump's presidency. Even if everybody keeps saying, well, he was elected for the economy and, the return to normalcy. And, he was also elected because a lot of people don't have any faith in any of the institutions in the justice system and the FBI and the DOJ and any of these corrupt institutions. And they hope that Trump will be able to show the American public, we can make these things work like they should. And the people that made it work like it shouldn't are going to be held accountable. If we don't see accountability, like in a major way, and yes, I mean people like John Brennan and Comey and the whole shit, Adam Schiff, all of these people that were involved in all of this shit should go to prison. And if they get off with a slap on the wrist or don't get indicted at all or get to hide behind some sort of bullshit, that everybody go, well, we got to let him go, sorry. That's not going to cut it. Unfortunately for the Trump administration, the governments that preceded him have so discredited and ruined the credibility and the reputation of these institutions and these organizations and these intelligence agencies that it's going to take actual heads on pikes to make the people believe that any of that shit is worth anything, right? And it's going to start once again with the Democrats. Look, in Texas, right? Look, what's her name? Letitia James has been apparently under investigation for mortgage fraud for like a half a year. If it takes that fucking long to figure out if that bitch committed mortgage fraud or not, when actually the evidence is already there because we've already seen the papers that shows that she committed mortgage fraud. So I don't know what the FBI's big fucking investigation is really about, but she's not in handcuffs yet. No charges, no nothing. Now they're going to do the same thing with Adam Schiff. Oh, he also committed mortgage fraud. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of crazy, lunatic things besides that are much more important. So why the mortgage fraud thing? You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if they used the mortgage fraud to fucking put his ass behind bars and keep him there until their other investigation was finished. You know what I mean? But they're not doing that. No, I think they're just trying to say to the American people, look, guys, we're getting them. We're doing something about these people. They're going to get chastised. We're going to send another very, very mean letter to the officers of Adam Schiff and Letitia James and tell them, hey, you guys stop doing all this illegal stuff, okay? That's about as far as that shit's going to go. That's why they're coming out saying, ooh, it's mortgage fraud. Well, fuck off, man. Well, look at Adam Schiff. There's got to be more crimes there. And we know there are. With the Russiagate shit already. We know there are. Okay? It's time for these Republicans to start playing fucking some hardball. Please. Please. So I hope. And the problem is, right, in Texas, they're still going to have to work with the DOJ to go to other states and arrest these Democrats. And I don't have a lot of faith in Pam Bondi. You know, I didn't know her when she first came in, and I thought, well, Trump picked her. Everybody seems to like her. You know, she's fucking smoking hot for 60 years old. You know what I mean? Or 58 or whatever she is. And, you know, she seems to be MAGA. Well, I think I'm wrong. I think I was wrong about that. She really doesn't seem like it at all. As a matter of fact, she's been lying about a whole bunch of shit to the American people over and over again, especially what's concerning the Epstein cases. Right? So, look, I don't know, man. But tomorrow is the day. And if those Democrats don't come back, we better see them bitches in handcuffs like ASAP. But I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. You know, they've done this before and didn't get arrested then either. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's some question about, well, the Supreme Court wasn't clear on it and blah, blah. No. The Republicans just don't have the same big balls that Democrats do. Because the Democrats are like, we're just going to fucking do it. We're just going to do it. If it doesn't hold up, it doesn't hold up. If they post bail, they post bail. If they don't get impeached in the Senate, they don't get impeached in the Senate or convicted in the Senate for impeachment. But we're just going to do it anyway. We're going to do it. We're going to arrest Donald Trump. We're going to make that motherfucker take a mugshot. We don't know if our case is going to stick. We don't know if he's going to be president or not. We don't care. We're just going to do it. That's what we need on our side for once, please. I know the Republicans like to say, no, we cannot play their game. Well, hey, let me tell y'all, if you don't start playing that game, y'all are going to get smoked every time. The American people are never going to get any justice, and they're going to get black-pilled into eternity, knowing that neither one of these fucking parties is ever going to be able to do anything about the corruption and the illegality by the intelligence agencies and the deep state perpetrated on the American people. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention all the misuse of their tax dollars, making them getting involved in wars they want nothing to do with their money. It's absolutely disgusting. And Trump is on the hot seat to make this shit start going away. He is on the hot seat to make the American people start believing in the American system once again. And if no accountability comes ever for anything, it's just not going to come back, no matter how much people like Trump, right? So it's time for these Republicans to start playing hardball. Again, I've said it so many times. Hardball Republicans. Stop this fucking pussyfooting around. Send the Texas Marshals into wherever the states are that these fucking Democrats are hiding in, and go and arrest their asses right now. Put it on TV. Save yourselves by doing the upholding of the law that you keep promising everybody you guys are going to do. Otherwise, you guys are fucked. Jesus, I can't believe that these people have not fucking gotten it yet. Now, yes, I may be jumping the gun with my irritation. Maybe tomorrow we'll see Democrats in handcuffs. If so, I'll be back to fucking do the mea culpa and figuratively eat my hat right there on camera. I will, I promise. So we will see. We will see. And remember, tomorrow is D-Day for Democrats. All right, people, that was the Insanity Report for Thursday, the 7th of August, 2025. Tomorrow, the 8th of August, 2025, D-Day for Democrats in Texas. Are we going to see arrests? I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. Maybe I'm too black-pilled. All right, people, take it easy. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.